All right, so you're here with us because you want to get up to speed fast on something that could really make a difference to your business or your project or whatever you're working on.
Right.
And today we're really going to dive deep into online business directories.
Yeah, that's right.
And specifically what a full listing in one of these directories can do for you.
Mm-hmm.
We've been digging through aprofitableday.com
Right.
to get all the details on this.
Good stuff there.
Yeah, and by the end of this, you should really have a solid understanding
Absolutely.
of the power of a full listing in one of these directories.
It's pretty surprising what you can do with the full listing.
So let's start with just the basics.
Yeah.
What exactly is a business search directory?
Okay.
Aprofitableday.com has a lot of good info on this.
Right.
So for anyone who's not familiar, how would you break that down?
So I think the simplest way to think about it is it's basically a focused online platform.
Okay.
Where people go specifically to find businesses, kind of like, the old Yellow Pages, but it's way more dynamic and searchable.
Yeah.
So, a Profitable Day talks about how they organize businesses by their industry, location, all that stuff.
Makes sense.
Even by specific things that they offer.
Okay.
So it makes it way easier for people who are looking for something to find it.
Yeah, so it's a much more targeted search than just doing a general web search.
Absolutely, way more targeted.
Okay, now A Profitable Day also talks about this idea of a full directory listing being like a second website.
It really is.
And that's pretty intriguing.
It is.
So what makes it such a substantial online presence?
Well, I think the main thing is the amount of information you can include.
Okay.
A Profitable Day even says on their trial, you get a full listing with up to 10,000 words.
10,000 words.
Yeah, you can really go deep.
It's like a whole website's worth.
It is. It's like writing a book.
Almost.
You can tell your whole story.
Wow.
You can get into all the specifics of your business.
So it's way more than just, your name, address, phone number.
Oh, yeah. Way more.
I mean, what are some creative ways that you think businesses could use all that space?
Well, you could do detailed case studies.
Oh, yeah.
You could answer all those frequently asked questions.
Right.
Right there in the listing.
Put it all right out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's not just about text, though, right?
Oh, no. Of course not.
Especially online nowadays.
You need visuals.
Yeah. How important are images and videos in these listings?
Well, they're crucial. You have to have them.
Okay.
Because people want to see what you're about.
Right.
Pictures, videos bring things to life.
Yeah, you can show your products in action.
Yeah.
Give people a tour of your business.
Testimonials videos are great for that.
Oh, yeah.
It just adds so much more engagement than text alone.
Right, because seeing is believing.
Exactly.
Now, another big thing for businesses online is establishing trust.
Definitely.
How does a directory listing help with that?
Well, that's where the review system comes in.
Okay.
Which A Profitable Day says is part of their full listing.
Right.
And it's really valuable because people can see what others have said about your business.
Right.
So you get that social proof that you're legitimate.
Yeah. People trust what their peers are saying.
Absolutely.
So that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
What about connecting with customers locally?
Right.
How does that work with a directory listing?
Well, one of the key things is Google Maps integration.
Okay.
That's another feature of the full listing on A Profitable Day.
Got it.
And it's great because people can see exactly where you are.
Right on a map.
Right on a map.
So it's easy to find you.
Exactly.
Whether they want to visit your store or just know what your service area is.
Makes it super easy.
Yeah, so they can read all about you, see what you offer, and then boom, right there's the map.
Yeah, it's a really smooth experience for the user.
That's great. What about just basic practical info?
Sure.
What else can you include in a listing?
Well, your hours of operation are really important.
Yeah, of course.
A Profitable Day mentions that you can list those clearly.
Okay.
So people know exactly when you're open.
Right, so they don't get frustrated trying to contact you when you're closed.
It manages expectations.
Yeah, that's essential. And then, of course, there's social media.
Right.
Everybody's on social media now.
Yeah, how does that all fit in?
Right, how does that fit in?
Well, with a full listing, you can include links to all your social media profiles.
Okay.
So Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, all that.
All the major ones.
Yeah, and it really helps you expand your reach.
Right.
Because people can connect with you where they already are.
Yeah, it's all about meeting people where they are.
Exactly.
And then ultimately, it's about making that initial contact, right?
Definitely.
How does a full listing help with that?
So with a full listing, you can have your contact email address right there.
Okay.
So people can reach out to you directly.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, no need to go searching for it.
Now, A Profitable Day mentions that a lot of businesses get at least 5 profile views per month. Right.
5 might not sound like a huge number,
Yeah.
Like, what's the real value there?
Well, you have to think about it. These are targeted views from people who are actively looking for what you offer.
Okay.
So those are potential leads that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
Yeah, so it's quality over quantity.
Exactly. And those views add up over time.
Okay, now they also say that an average of 1,700 businesses are listing themselves every month.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And growing.
Yeah.
So what does that tell us?
Well, I think it means that businesses are recognizing the value of these directories.
Right.
If that many businesses are signing up every month,
yeah,
they must be seeing results.
Yeah, it's becoming a more and more popular way to reach customers.
I think so.
Okay, so let's talk about the cost.
Okay.
Because a profitable day says it's only $9.95 a month.
That's not bad.
Or $99.95 a year.
Wow.
For all of this, for all the features we talked about.
That's a great deal.
So the extensive content, the images, the videos, the reviews.
Yeah. The Google Maps, all the social media links, the contact info, and it's a full listing even on the trial.
That's right.
That's pretty amazing.
It is.
I mean, that seems really accessible for most businesses.
I would say so, yeah.
So it really is like having a second website.
It is.
But for a fraction of the cost.
Yeah, building and maintaining a website can be really expensive.
Yeah, so a directory listing is a much more affordable option.
It is.
And you get so much out of it.
Definitely.
So it's not just about being in a directory.
No.
It's about really taking advantage of a full listing and using it to its full potential.
Absolutely.
So I think that's a good takeaway for our listeners.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, really think about how a full directory listing could help your business or even your personal projects.
It's worth considering for sure.
Yeah, so much potential there.
Definitely.
All right, well, thanks for joining me for this deep dive.
It's been fun.
Yeah, and we'll see you next time.
Sounds good.
For another deep dive.
All right.
Into something new.
Looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Take care.
You too.
All right.
See ya.